wrap it up with us, I wanted to ask if there are any lines that are very stand out to you that people ask you to say and are just delighted to hear.
Yeah, I think the lead-in, and there's a couple different varieties of the lead-in to Part of Your World, but maybe he's right. Maybe there is something the matter with me. I just don't see how a world that makes such wonderful things could be bad. So that's always, I think that's such a beautiful culmination of what Ariel's going through at that moment in time. And the other line, did I make you cry? Did somebody, oh, I'm sorry. I could hear some, didn't mean to make you sob. The other line, it's funny, but the line that was so difficult for me to record, and then I had to come back and do it before the movie came out, was, I love you, Daddy. It was impossible for me to do that line. And I realized, oh, I get teary when I think about it, but my dad left when I was 11, and I did not have a relationship with him, you know? Even until the day he died. I was with him when he died, and it just, you know, due to his mental illness and all sorts of issues, I didn't have my dad at my wedding. I didn't have a daddy-daughter dance. I went with other people's dads to those types of things. And on my wedding day, didn't have that father-bride dance, you know? And so when it came time, you know, I'm like, oh, I'm good, I'm gonna say this line. And I couldn't do it in the studio. And Howard was like, are you okay? I'm like, I can't do it. I just don't think I can do this. I can't get through this line without crying. And he's like, that's okay, just take that emotion, and let's just walk through this together, you know? And so that, you'd think that those precious couple little words would have been no big deal. But for some reason, I just couldn't do it. So we had to come back towards the end of the film and do it again. And it's just, you know, just one of those things that's always precious when I see the movie and I think about that at the end. And, you know, I get like, you're supposed to relate to your character in all these different ways, and I couldn't relate to Ariel in that moment. You know, like hugging your daddy and having that. But Howard was like, there's ways that you can have that, you know, without having your dad here. Like, if you could have that moment, what would it look like? And I thought, oh, that's a great way to look at it. I need to like change the script. I need to flip the switch on the way I was feeling. So yeah, so those are probably two, you know, really sweet lines. And I always like, oh, Flounder, don't be such a guppy. I think that's just the funniest line. And of course I had to do that one like 50 times because I just thought it was so funny. You know, I'd be like, let's just do it again. Let's just do it again, you know? Oh, Flounder, don't be such a guppy. Oh, Flounder, don't be such a guppy. Flounder, don't be such a guppy. And so I'd do like 50 different ways, and there'd be like, they'd push the button like, Jodi, I think we have that. Jodi, we have that line. I'm like, I know, but I like it. I just want to do it again.
Well, thank you for sharing those very heartfelt, very meaningful stories. Thank you so much.